Around 10 to 11 a.m., we had arrived at the port of Igoumenitsa. We headed to a bakery, which was the same bakery we went last year. So if you guys haven't watched our videos about our 14-hour drive from Berlin to Ancona, Italy, you should watch it because at the end of the second episode, you'll get to see us enjoying our coffee and pies there. All you have to do is to open a new tab when clicking the cards as seen from the above. After we went to the bakery, we continued driving to Athens. It's a video, Hello guys, how do you like my look?
Hello guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel.
This lake that you are seeing right now is Limni Ambrakia in Greek, also called as Lake Ambrakia. This lake was a result of a tectonic movement, and it was formed from the deposits of the Mesozoic limestone. The tolls we encountered in the country were around 9 or 10, all in all, driving from Igoumenitsa to Athens. Now this is a long tunnel you are seeing right now. I couldn't track the location of this one, but this is so long. And here goes another tunnel, although this one is shorter than the last time. We arrived at a toll booth near the Patra Bridge at 12:45.
I choose a card, so you can also use a card to pay. I'll use the card, but we'll get customers.
Yeah.
If possible, we have a machine and we can pay with card. Good.
Yeah, I mean, it's like there's no other option. Everything is in e-pass anyway. I don't know if it will. Hopefully, it won't die the camera.
Ready? No, it's more. With the ferry takes about an hour. It's not. Γεια σας. Με κατούλα είναι εύκολο. Ορίστε. Ναι.
Size limit reached with this one.
In there, we have to pay 13 euros and 50 cents as we pass the bridge of Patra, or also called as Rio-Antirrio Bridge. The Rio-Antirrio Bridge is one of the world's longest multi-span cable-stayed bridges and longest of the fully suspended type. It crosses the Gulf of Corinth near Patras, linking the town of Rio on the Peloponnese Peninsula to Antirrio on mainland Greece by road. It opened one day before the Athens 2004 Summer Olympics on the 12th day of August 2004 and was used to transport the Olympic flame. This bridge has 2,380 meter long, or equivalent of 7,808 feet, approximately 1.8 miles.
Hello guys, how are you guys doing? This is me, Valen. I'm currently here in our apartment here in Athens. So while Paris is having his haircut, I'm staying here for a while just to chill out. And since the shop doesn't want a lot of people inside their barbershop or their salon, Paris and I decided that I'll just stay here. So here it is. And I just like to tell you our stay here in Athens. After long hours of trip from Berlin to Italy, we arrived in the port of Ancona in Italy Sunday. That was 2 p.m. At that time, we had to leave like 4:30, approximately around that hour. We left 4:30 approximately. I don't know, we were still waiting for the other passengers, especially the vehicles, to impart all of them. We stayed in a room with the air-type seats. I don't know if you are familiar with that, but that's the room where we stayed. And also, I had some footages of the sea that has, the waves at the edge of the ship or ferry. And we arrived in Igoumenitsa the next day. So we left from Berlin. We left 9 p.m. Friday, and we arrived in Italy, port of Ancona, around 2 p.m. Saturday. We arrived at the port of Igoumenitsa around 9:30 or 10 a.m. Sunday. And then after that, we drove through towns like Patra, what else? Corinthos or Corinthos, somewhere. And then we arrived at Athens around 4 p.m., 4 to 5, around that time. And we stayed at his mom's place. After days of staying here, by tomorrow or Wednesday, we're going to leave again to go to Samos. So probably we will arrive around 1 a.m. in the morning. So we will see. I hope you guys will wait for the next video that we are going to upload. And I hope you guys will like it. Bye-bye. See you.
Now this is my husband who finally had his haircut after months.
Myron! Myron! Myron ako!
Chicken boy. Chicken boy. Chicken boy.
Βλέπεις εδώ, Myron. Myron.
Look at him.
Yes. Look at his eyes. Someone is punishing him, I think. Don't be like that.
So, take a picture.
And since this was the last day before we depart to Samos, we went to a shirt printing shop in Omonia. The man who printed our shirts was professional. Yes, he was. He even fixed the file I sent to them, turned it into a vector file, which is pretty great. Thank you.
Παγοκίστη δεν μου άφησες καμιά.
That's your song,
Τι θα
baby.
κάνω εγώ χωρίς καφέ? Τι θα γίνω δίχως πάγο και φραπέ?
Frappe.
That's what the song said.
Yeah, I know.
But how will I survive now without coffee, without ice and frappe?
Okay, goodbye Athens. We'll be
Going to Samos! Yes! As we arrived at the Piraeus port,
that's the
we were constantly looking for the blue star, Mykonos. And now, that time has arrived. This is Piraeus, and this was the route we took going to Samos. We passed Samos Island, Mykonos, and Ikaria. I couldn't film that well when we were in the ferry since we had Myron with us. We also had to sleep, and at the time we arrived in Samos, it was 1 a.m. It was dark and obviously no one was awake in the village. It was just us unpacking our bags or quickly fixed the bed for us to sleep again. And so later that day, we went to the port again, not to go back to Athens immediately, but to have some coffee by the port. Of course, we had Myron with us. We couldn't leave him alone. He's such a cute dog. What can I say? Anyway, we enjoyed the view of the sea. Fresh air, warm sun, and Greek summer ambience in overall. And on the next day, we had some nice coffee on our balcony. And this is my husband playing his acoustic guitar, pretending it's one of his electric guitars in Athens. This is one of our days in Samos. We go out, we throw the trash, we have Myron, we go to the town to buy some stuff, especially groceries. This is where we drive through every time we go to the town. The curvy roads on the mountains of Samos. Welcome to the town of Karlovasi. At that day, we went to the pharmakeio or the pharmacy to buy a particular cream for my insect bites, which was a terrible experience for me as it was my first time to have them in Samos.
Myron na ako. Someone is enjoying the wind, huh? He went out when I looked back in the mirror.
This is the village of Konteika. This is where we live. I can only hope that you guys won't hunt us down there. Just kidding. Konteika is a traditional mountain village that you will pass if you drive on the main road between Pyrgos and Karlovasi, and with the signs pinpointing to the Palos beach or even to Votsalakia, and so on. Now, we're giving you a quick tour, and I apologize for this shaky footage as we were driving through the center of the village.
Chicken boy. Chicken boy.
Look at his eyes.
I hope you guys like it. Bye. See you.